Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new franchise mode here on NHL 24. Today, we will be starting a new series with the New York Islanders. Islanders were third in the Metro this year with a record of 39-27-16. They made the playoffs, just barely squeaked in at the end of the year, but lost in 5 games to Carolina in the first round. 2019-20, they made the conference finals. 2020-21, made the conference finals. But then they missed the playoffs and have had 2 straight first-round exits. So the team is on a downward spiral. We're going to try to take the team out of that spiral. Their top scorer this year was Matthew Barzal with 80 points. Our most goals was Brock Nelson with 34. And the high-scoring defender, as well as most assists on the team, was Noah Dobson. So we have some scorers in there, but we'll see when we look through the lineups that there is some holes to be filled. We are the 6th oldest team in the NHL, so this roster is in desperate need of an injection of youth. They have really good goalies, as we know, Ilya Sorokin and Simon Varlamov. Our defense is pretty solid. We got Noah Dobson, Ryan Pollock, Adam Pelech, Scott Mayfield, so I don't think that will be an immediate problem, maybe a long-term problem. I'd say our biggest need is a top-line winger, maybe. Some youth scoring in the bottom 6. Just youth in general, really. So we'll be addressing all of these problems. All right, so we have picked our team, the Islanders. As you can see, we're rated 89 overall, so not bad. Playing in the Metro. Metro is pretty stacked. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. Another thing you will notice is that I've replaced the Arizona Coyotes, put in the Utah Outlaws. It's my favorite name out of the remaining names left to choose. They're an 87 overall. They got all the same players as Arizona did. And we will be playing with odor mode off, salary cap on, CPU trades on, player morale, fog of war, everything else off. Let's also go through the rules here and the settings. Period length when we do hop in will be 20 minutes. Empty cap penalties. Difficulty superstar. I don't think it affects it. Salary cap. Trade difficulty hard. One thing I do want to point out is that I've updated the trades that have happened in the NHL to about 2 days ago. So I'm missing like the Jake Wallman trade happened literally 30 minutes ago. What else? Anything up to the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade to the Capitals. The draft picks are a little messed up, but I have gotten all the players in the right teams. We've got a ton of prospects from recent draft classes come in the future, so that's all set up. Let's keep going on the rules. Auto scouting, I'm going to put none. I'm going to do all my own scouting. Off camera, of course, because that's boring. Advanced settings. Fully healed. Auto rotate on. Sim scoring on medium. We will have shot frequency on high. Medium draft classes for now. Might change as we go on. And that's it. Last thing I will show you is the sliders for injury occurrence. We're going to set it down to about 14. About 13 is what I've found is the most realistic to real life. You still get injuries, but you're not taking someone in and out of the lineup every single day. The other thing I will change is I'm going to put all the goalie sliders up to about 75 out of 100. This makes the goalies most accurate, in my opinion. Your average starter has about a 915. Vezina winners have like a 930. It's just way more accurate. You get the high scoring. You also get the good goalie stats. So it's just perfect. All right, let's start our career with the New York Islanders. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your New York Islanders. I haven't touched the lines yet, so this isn't our final lines, but let's look at the players we have. Starting off with Bo Horvat, 88 overall, 28 years old, two-way forward center. He's got lots of X factors in 8 more years, 8.5. So we'll have to find a way to make him work. But I do like Bo Horvat. Next up, the life of our team, Matthew Barzal. Led our team in points last year. He's a playmaker with 94 passing, 94 offensive awareness. So we should get some great numbers out of him. He also has 8 more years left on his deal. Next up, Brock Nelson, 2 more years at $6 million. He's got some X factors. Power forward with decent shot, 4-star puck steals, senses, and shooting. Maybe play him on the top line, somewhere in the top 6. Anders Lee, who I believe is our captain, another power forward, 4-star shot, 3 more years at $7 million. It's a bit steep for an 83 overall, but we'll find a way to make it work. Jean-Gabriel Pajot, sorry, I'm not French. 2-way forward, center, quick draw, 3 more years at $5 million. He does have 87 faceoffs, which is very valuable. It's hard to find good faceoff guys in this game. He'd be a valuable defensive forward for us. Kyle Palmieri, 2-way forward, 2 more years at $5 million. Might have to get out of that contract, but we'll try him out. Matt Martin, he's been with this team for forever, a grinder. 1 more year at 1.5. Casey Sazika has also been with the team for forever. 85 faceoffs, again, that's valuable. Good defensive forward, locked in for 4 years at 2.5. All right. Then Cal Clutterbuck, 1 more year at 1.75. Another grinder in the system. So we have a lot of grinders. I guess we're a tough team. And fourth line, Pierre Engvall. This is a terrible contract. 7 more years. $3 million ain't bad, but we'll have to find a way to move on from this one if we can. 2-way forward, left and right winger. Hudson Fashing, power forward, right winger, 78 overall, leagueman, all right. And Simon Holmstrom, 23rd overall pick, 22, but he does have medium top 9 potential. 79 overall, it'll be hard to squeeze any growth out of him, but I guess we'll try. That's the forward group. Defense, we've got Adam Pelech. He's got the superstars abilities there and the zone ability. 6 more years at 5.75 is very fair for the 88 overall. Defensive defenseman, not going to put up a lot of offensive stats, but that's all right with me. Ryan Pollock, 28 years old, 87 overall, 7 more years at 6.1. Definitely, it says 2-way defender. He's definitely more of a defensive defender. Big slap shot, but probably won't put up the most amount of offense. Alexander Romanov, acquired him from the Canadiens. 23 years old, so we definitely could see some growth out of him with his medium top 40 potential. 2 more years at 2.5. Noah Dobson, he's probably our best defender. 89 overall, 23 years old. 2-way, but he has great offensive stats. Offensive awareness 94, 5-star senses, 5-star puck skills, 4.5-star defense too, so it's not like he's a one-dimensional guy. He does only have 2 more years left on his deal, so that would be a contract extension we will have to make room for in the near future. Then bottom pairing, Samuel Bolduc. Sorry, I don't speak French again. High top 60, potential, 78 overall. Yeah, he's a guy. And then Scott Mayfield, defensive defenseman. We have like 3 defensive defensemen who put up no offensive stats on our team, and Pelech, Pollock, and Mayfield, so might have to move one of them. I'd probably move Mayfield because he has 7 more years on his contract. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's the defense. Look at goalies really quick. Pause. Ilya Sorokin is our starter. Zach's franchise potential. He does have an extension signed. I forget how much, but check it out in a minute. And Semyon Varlamov. Jeez, Varlamov. 85 overall and a decent contract, a little long. So we have 2 good goalies. That's a luxury. So maybe we trade one of them for some other pieces. I mean, not trade Sorokin. Maybe we trade Varlamov for some better forwards. We'll see. Scratch, we have Julien Gauthier. Bottom 6 potential. Not going to get nothing out of him. Mike Riley, 70. And then Oliver Wahlstrom. This is a player we'll have to consider putting into the lineup. Low top 6 forward potential. 79 overall. 23 years old, so he's running out of time. He does have a 3.5-star shot, 83 offensive awareness. He could do something if paired with the right line mace. It doesn't look like he has very good chemistry, but no one has good chemistry. We'll probably be changing the coach. He's on a contract here too, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to screw around with the coaches right now. By the way, we are just simming this first year because this year has already happened in real life. The Panthers have won the cup in this year. So we're just gonna sim through it, not really doing anything. I'll probably even turn injuries off for the year, just get it through it quicker, and then we'll do the off season and the season and the episode there, and go into next season in the next episode. So let me fiddle around with these lines for a bit. All right, so this is the coach we'll be going with. What's his name? Stephen Galvin. A teaching's nice. He is an offensive coach. He still doesn't have a very good team fit at all. Like really bad Pellick, but he does have really good with some of our top players like Barzell and Dobson, and he's better than the other guys. So we'll find a way to make him work. Okay, so these are the updated lines. Top six is staying the same as you saw. +5 in the first line. Hopefully that line puts up a ton of points. The bottom six, we've got Engvall, Zekas, and Wallstrom on that third line. 0 on the chemistry. I figure we need to get something out of Engvall unless we get out of the contract, which I'm still planning to do, but maybe in the off season. For now, we'll just see how he does on the third line. Casey's Zekas, he has a good face-off, so he should pair well with Oliver Wallstrom, he's going to be given a chance in this top 9. We'll see if he grows or anything on the third line, getting probably like 12 minutes a game. He's also in power play, as you can see in a moment. And then fourth line, Holmstrom, Fashing, and Clutterbuck. No one has any like face-offs. That could be a problem. We're not going to adjust right now because we don't really care. It's the first year. Defense, it looks a little funny, but this was the best for chemistry. Going Romanov and Dobson top pair. Pellick, Pollock, Riley, Mayfield. Romanov, Dobson just made the most sense. It's the only place where Dobson really got a +1, which honestly just makes me want to get a new coach even more, but we'll wait until next season because there's no good coaches. So he's getting top pair minutes. This +5 in the second pair should mean they allow like basically no goals against because they're so good defensively. We'll get like 20 points combined out of that pair, but that's okay. And then the third pairing, we're bringing in Mike Riley for Samuel Bolduc. Riley just has higher offensive potential. We'll send Bolduc down to the AHL to play top pair minutes. I think we'll bring up like Bortuzzo or something as the scratch. Goalies stay the same, don't need to show you that. And then power play finally. We're going to bring Peugeot and Lee up to the first power play just to like even it out a little bit and maybe get some production out of Lee and Peugeot. Barzell, Horvat, and Dobson as well. Horvat is the finisher, Dobson's the distributor, and Barzell is the puck carrier. Yeah, that sounds right. That is right. And then second pair, the -2 is so unfortunate, but there's nothing we could do. We got Pollock, Palmieri, Nelson, Engvall, and Wallstrom. Again, from Engvall and Wallstrom, we're just putting them on the power play and seeing what we can get out of them. Distributor Pollock, finisher Wallstrom, puck carrier Nelson. We'll see if we can get something out of Wallstrom as the finisher. Plus of 20 goals, I'd be happy. Penalty kill, we're leaving the same. Peugeot, Zekas, Pellick, Pollock, Holmstrom, Horvat, Dobson, Mayfield, and Clutterbuck, Nelson, Riley, Romanov. I just put Holmstrom. He doesn't have the best defensive stats, but I just put him on the second penalty kill because I figure he needs some time somewhere. He's a two-way forward, so we'll see. Scratches stay the same, but I am going to send down Bolduc. And Matt Martin is now scratched. So yeah, that's how the team's looking. I'm going to sim through the season, and I'll let you know if we make the playoffs or not. And yeah, I will see you at the end of the 2023-24 season. We'll see if we beat our record, our real-life record of 39, 27, and 16. See you then. Okay, the regular season is finished, and as you can see, we definitely did not make the playoffs. Lou Lamoriello's final season as general manager, we went 33, 40, and 9. As you can see there, we were 8th in the Metro. I haven't looked at any of the stats yet, so let's see. Oof. 61 points for Matthew Barzell as our leader. Man, that's brutal. Alright, look at that in a second. Let's look at the league first. How we placed in the National Hockey League. 8th in our division. 8th in the Metro. Rangers won the East there, 117. Holy, we suck. Rangers win the President's Trophy as well. Vancouver there, nice. All right, so goals for. So we were very last in this one. Okay, we were very last. Very last in goals for. We finished 30th. We're gonna have a high pick. That is one thing I didn't consider. Goals against 265 is better than I was expecting. Still not very good. Our power play percentage of 12. That's really bad. So offense is clearly our probably our biggest problem. Ooh, 79 is very bad too. Third was penalty kill. We sucked at everything. We definitely need more elite scoring and better defense too. Barzell led the way with 61 points. Man. Noah Dobson, 59 minus 33 on a bad team. Okay. Brock Nelson, 57. He was in the pluses, which I guess is nice. Peugeot with 55 is very impressive. Horvat with 50 sucks. 8.5 million. We've got to have more than that. Palmieri half point a game. I guess we'll take that. Engvall with 29. That's a big drop off. Engvall with 29. Okay. Wallstrom didn't really impress. He was playing a decent amount, 14 minutes per game, and had 28 points. So consider moving on from him. Pollock, +3, good season. Cizikas, 28 points, -16. Holmstrom, not terrible, but for getting fourth line minutes, I guess he had 11 minutes per game. Anders Lee, oof. Our captain at 24 points and -12 in 67 games. 7 million for that's not going to cut it. Romanov getting big minutes. He had 18 points. Okay. Pelech, no goals. At least he was a 0. 15, 14, Mayfield. All the way down there. Oh, man. That was a terrible season. We didn't have any rookie skaters. Goalies. Sorokin, 910. Romanov, 908. Honestly, on a bad team, that's the best you're going to do. I'm not even mad about that. Let's look in the entire league now. I guess we're looking at goalies first. Ooh, wow. Shesterkin ran away with it. 925. Very impressive. Yeah, look at that. 47, 11, and 7 with 5 shutouts is crazy. Yeah, great season for Shesterkin. Let's check the rookie skaters first, but Connor Bedard. 102. Wow. He ripped it up. Will Smith, second with 50. Wow. 102 is incredible. And Connor Bedard led the league. Rookie Connor Bedard leads the league in points. Oh my goodness. Ovechkin back to 100. Pedersen hits 100. Nylander, Marner, Scheifele, Kinnan, Sam Reinhart, and Connor McDavid. You know, a 97 overall, putting up no points. Carr, good season. Kadri, 89. Any big surprises? Toffoli, Trocheck, couple defensemen. Zuccarello, 79. Good for him. Most goals went to Alexander Ovechkin. He's back. Connor Bedard was 1 goal off. Oh my. This is ridiculous. For defensemen, it's got to be McCarver and Norris, but I shouldn't be particularly close. That's a lot of high-scoring defensemen, honestly. Yeah, good. Okay, so that was a horrible season on Long Island. At least we have the 3rd best odds for the 1st overall pick. Let's look at the AHL team really quick. They also have a losing record. Excellent. Salo is 64. Okay. Okay, I'm going to sim up to the draft. Done some scouting, and I do think we should have a lot of good players late in the draft here. It's a pretty good draft. So yeah, we're going to sim up to the draft, and I'll meet you there at the draft lottery. Let's see if we can get 1st overall Macklin Celebrini. And guess what? The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup just like real life. That's cool. Laval wins in the AHL. So, should be salary cap. Oh my goodness. First overall pick to Long Island. Welcome to New York. Macklin Celebrini. Well, not yet. We're not at the draft yet. Utah moves down to 3 and San Jose to 2. Nothing else changes. Wow. That is incredible. Oh man, so we will be looking at some trades for the draft because this is a pretty good team. I think we can definitely compete next year, and Celebrini will definitely help that. Retirements. And yeah, by the way, this roster does have like everyone, all the World Junior players as a 36 overall. Just so you know. Let's carry price. Anyone retire for us? Doesn't look like it. Sweet. And here we are at the entry draft. So let's look at the awards first. Florida wins the Stanley Cup, as we know. Cool that it happened just like real life. Wonder if Edmonton got the Clarence Campbell. Oh, it was Vancouver. Another Canadian team, at least. And New York gets the President's Trophy, as we know. Individual, Art Ross to Connor Bedard and the Hart. In his first year, James Norris to Makar. Bedard was the Lady Bing. Man, what a trophy sweep. Barkov wins the Conn Smythe, as he should have in real life, in my opinion. Vezina to Shurkin, obviously, as well as Jennings, Ekholm, Bill Masterton. Washington, Jack Adams. Selke to Ryan O'Reilly. Ted Lindsay to Bedard. And Alexander Ovechkin. Incredible season from the old man. So, last thing we're going to do right before the draft is look at extensions. None of our top players need extensions, but we do have quite a few expiring. We have 6 million cap space. Ooh, Wallstrom actually went up to an 81 overall over the off season, so that's good to see. Let's sign him right now. I guess that's fair. 2 years UFA. We could go 3 years, but loses RFA rights. We could go 3 years, but that would get rid of his RFA eligibility. Maybe a 1-year deal is the smartest. Sure, he went up an overall. That might be just for the off season. He might go back down when the season starts. We don't know if he's a long-term piece on this team, so I don't think signing him long-term is a good idea. And the 2 years is a bit expensive for me. It goes up, so let's sign to a 1-year deal. 1.725. 85% is 1.46. So let's sign him to 1 year, 1.5. I feel like that's pretty fair. We'll see if he accepts that. He wants an extension. Should be okay. Holmstrom. He put up 25 points, which isn't terrible in 11 minutes. Two-way forward, not great defensive stats. He wants not very much money. I could do a 1-year deal on him. 2 years. I don't know if I want to keep him around that long because he may be getting traded. Because his value is not going to get too much higher. Let's sign him 1 year, $1 million. Riley was an NHLer, but I doubt, we're not re-signing him in that dollar value. Matt Martin, a grinder. That's too much, unfortunately. I highly doubt we'll bring him back. Same with Clutterbuck. That's just too much money for 78 overall. And no one else in the NHL. So I'll sign those off camera or in the re-sign phase. And no goalies expiring. So let's go into the draft. Welcome to the 2024 NHL entry draft, everyone. The first overall pick belongs to your New York Islanders. Let's make the selection. It's going to be obvious. High elite, Macklin Celebrini. We do have some interesting players in this. Like 2 to... Where do the medium elites end? 2 to 10 are very interesting. So I think we maybe trying to get another pick in there, maybe. Let's make our selection. Macklin Celebrini, playing in the rest of the world because he's a creative player. 20 points, 47. Not great, but, Patrick Kane, highly potential NHL ready, probably already steps into our second line, maybe even first line. A+ puck skills. Welcome to Long Island. Macklin Celebrini. 79 overall. I didn't add any X. Oh, I added one X Factor. Okay. Maybe he developed that. But yeah, here's the stats. He's very well rounded. Physical needs to improve. Shooting. He doesn't really have anything he's too good at. But that should change with his high leap potential. Now I'm going to go into the draft class and highlight any players we may want to target in the later rounds, and then we'll talk about a top 10 pick. So I'll be right back. Alright, so here are the players I've pinned. Simon Zether, he's a real world prospect. He fell to 77, so we should pick him up. That's good value. Payne Regier, maybe I'll take him with the last pick in the draft. 359, so he's probably not top 4D, but we'll see. These 4 low top 6s here, all good value. These 2 are gems, so I'll probably pick them out. I believe, are they both real players? I know Max Plant is. Anyways, this Norwegian goalie, medium elite, John Salcido. We'll pick him up, 5 years away. A real Latvian guy playing in the QMJHL is apparently low top 6, so we'll take him. Dmitry Tulipov, a low elite offensive defenseman. He's 5 years away, yes, 258, but he could be something. And then this guy I'm excited for. Dawson Connor, a medium elite defenseman, 5 years away, but we should be able to get him in the 6th round, which is great value. Brody Zeimer, Voinov, and that is it. So, Simpask, San Jose's pick here. Should pick Guit. Yes. Ooh, 83 overall. Good on San Jose picking him up. He's got a great shot. Still like Celebrini though. So is anyone looking to trade their pick? Devils at 8 overall. 8th overall. I think we need a left-handed defenseman for the future to put on that top pair. We really don't have anyone right now. So we could probably pick up Salayev. Worst case scenario, like a Sam Dickinson. Yeah, let's try and go for pick number 8 here. They are buyers, so they do want real players. Would we be interested in giving up Ryan Pollock? We'd have to get another defenseman back if we wanted to give up Ryan Pollock. He did have a pretty good season. 28 points, a +3 on a really bad team. Nelson Pajot's an 86 overall. Oh my goodness. They want Mayfield, so I'd like to get rid of him. They want Engvall. He's up to an 82 though. 4 is up to 78. And what about if we added those 3 players? So that probably gets us close. It works on the cap. Let's see what the Devils say to this. Mayfield, Engvall, and 35th overall for 8th overall. No, so we need to add another player. I think we're getting fairly close here. Maybe we add a 3rd from next year. Maybe we add a 2nd from next year and pick up like a young defenseman. Veland. Let's try that. So we pick up Veland. And let's try adding the 3rd pick. A 3rd rounder. Next year. They say no, so let's go. We do have a 2nd next year. Let's try that. So 2 seconds, Engvall and Mayfield for the 8th overall and a top 4 D prospect rejected. Okay, so let's take off Veland. Let's just add a 4th and get this done. 4th next year. And they accepted. Thank you, New Jersey. So we get the 8th overall pick. We unfortunately deal some players, but it's okay. I think we're still going to be a better team next year. Applicator, 3rd overall. Another generated player. Goes to Seattle. He's got a 5-star shot as well. Center sniper. Wow. The 3 generated players after Vorbev. 2-way defender. He'd be nice, but... Okay, now... Ooh, 8th overall for Kopitar in the 3rd. I'm going to say no, but that's an interesting deal. Okay, Lev Shanov goes. Okay, so 8th overall. I think I know who we're going to go with here. I think it's got to be Anton Salayev. 6'7". I've seen him develop well. Medium elite. We need more top 6 scoring, but it just has to be Salayev, I think. Maybe? No, we need Salayev. Okay. 8th overall. Welcome to Long Island, Anton Salayev. 72 overall. Defensive defenseman. He's got pretty garbage stats right now. He's got good skating for a 6'7" guy. 72 overall, medium elite. He's going to grow. I don't think we've got anyone else in the first round we want to target. Let's go to our pin players here. Yeah, the next real guy we want to target, I think, is Zether. 77. All right, Demidov just went to the Natural Predators. He doesn't even have that good stats, so I'm happy with our choice. We no longer have our second round pick. Our next pick we want is at 77, around there, to select Zether. There are some other good players in this draft, but I don't think we'll go for any of them. So we'll be trading 99th. Let's look for a good suitor to pick up around the 70s. Anaheim looks great here, actually. So let's go 99th and a 6th. 99th and a 6th to Anaheim for 69. Goes through, so we'll sim to that pick now and see who got selected. Alright, so here we are. He hasn't gone yet, which is great. So who else went in the first round of this draft? Demidov, Dickinson. Wow, Detroit sold. Cadden. No one really of note. These are all real players. Well, and that's 60 overall range. Cool. The Devils got Cole Boydwin with our pick. He's alright. No one else here really special. All real players, pretty much. Now again, just like the high top 9s and stuff. Who is this guy? Or, no, Danford. I think that's not a real prospect, so that would have been nice to know. I know. That's okay, though. Into the third round here. Okay, so let's make our pick. Simon Zether is who we're going for. We probably could have traded a little bit later, but it's okay. Simon Zether. Welcome to the team. 69th overall. That's really good value. 63 overall, top 6. That's the same as what most guys were going in the first round. So I'm very happy with that. I'm okay with missing out on these low top 6s. I really want to prioritize Brindamore, Salcido, Tulipov, and Connor. We don't really have a ton of draft capital in any years, so I think out of those, we're just going to target those four: 196, 258, 113, and 233. So let's go get 113. All right, so I think I have a suitor here in the Senators. They have 114. The guy we want is 116. So I'll give you 131 and 7th. Excellent. Thank you, Ottawa. All right, everyone. I messed up big. Salcido went to the Buffalo Sabres. I must have gotten his draft position wrong, but he's 47 overall, medium elite. Which sucks, so I traded for this pick for nothing. I guess we just gotta trade it again. Oh, man. So, yeah, sorry, everyone. I messed up big. It's okay. We can pick up this Latvian, Eriks Matejko. Low top 6. He is a real player, and I like having players with the face. It says only 3 years away, which is nice, so let's pick him. 66 overall. Nice consolation prize, actually. Who knows? He might never be anything, but nice to throw a guy in the system. We're very, very poor on prospects. So now we gotta make sure that we're not messing up here. So I've narrowed down the players we really, really want. That is these three here: Brindamore, Tulipov, and Connor. Let's get Connor first at 196. We cannot miss him. I'm going to go for like 185. Let's see if we can find a suitor. All right, so at 185, we pick up Dawson Connor, medium elite, 48 overall, offensive defenseman. He's a project, but I'm so excited to bring him into the system. Next, we're going to trade for... We already have one 7th round pick. I'd like to get one more. Alright, so I just randomly chose a 7th round pick. It's Vegas at 214. We'll give them a 7th round pick in a few years. They take the offer, so we have our 2 7th round picks. Let's draft our 2 players we were going for. And here they are. So at 214, we'll pick up Kelly Brindamore, 17 years old, 49 overall, sniper, medium top 6 potential. He's a big project, but I like the medium top 6 potential. That's pretty rare for a 7th rounder, so I'm hoping he should work out. 3 picks later, a couple of goalies go. And we pick our low elite. I'm excited for this guy. Dmitry Tulipov, 17 years old, 56 overall offensive defenseman, low elite potential. These are big projects, but this is going to be a good team in a few years if these guys pan out. So there's the draft. We pick up Celebrini, Salayev, Zether, Lutiko, Connor, Brindamore, and Tulipov. That's everyone on our list. We really improved our team at the draft, in my opinion. So Holmstrom and Wallstrom signed contract extensions. I missed the Wallstrom one, I apologize. But they both accepted their contract extensions, which is great news. We're into the re-sign phase now. We will be players in free agency. I think $10 million in cap space and no one to sign. Excellent. Let's check any unsigned players. Celebrini, we're definitely going to bring on for his entry-level contract. Salayev, I'm thinking I'll leave him, just get that extra year of entry level. 72 overall. We're not forced with anyone here. Any goalies? Nope. Yeah, we have a lot of AHL players to get rid of, though. Or resign. So I will let you know when I am done with that, and then we'll move forward into free agency. I'll also be looking at coaches and scouts we need to sign, but I'll do that all off camera. So I will see you in free agency. All right, everyone. So we've released or qualified or signed all the players we need to. Celebrini signed on for his entry-level deal. Forgot to show it. We had to release a lot of our NHL veterans like Clutterbuck, Martin. Yeah, we had to release a bunch of them. They were wanting NHL money when they're just not NHL players. So we will be looking at the free agency market now. We have $10 million to play with. Let's see who dropped. Any game changers? We have Brandon Montour, Jake Gensel, Kane, Teravainen. So it looks like a pretty good free agent class. They have the big three, really. Gensel, Kane, and Montour. And then it kind of falls off. Duchesne, and Rimsky, Kenrique. Some names that stand out to me are Tarasenko. He could be pretty cheap. Less than $6 million. He's got a ton of X factors. Just put up 33 goals. So that'd be nice. A player like Tyson Barrie stands out to me. Blake Wheeler here would be, and Jake DeBrusk would be very cheap for what they bring to the table. Same with Monahan. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go look at our roster and see any holes that we may have. Let's look at the forwards first. So for our forwards, the players signed on, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then 13, 14. So we probably don't need to sign a forward, but I would like to get a sniper in here because Wallstrom is our top-rated sniper. That's not very good. I'd love to get in Jake Gensel, but at just under 10 million, I don't think we have enough to do it. We have some extensions to look at, but we'll look at that in a minute. For defense, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to add one defenseman in the bottom pair. He'll probably be a offensive defenseman, I think, because Dobson's our best offensive defenseman. And goalies, as we know, were the same. So let's look at some extensions. Noah Dobson is the big one. He would want massive money. 14 million over 8 years. 10 million in the short term. Can't happen right now. Nelson, he had not a great season. He won 7 million. O'Mary, he only won 3-4 million. It's not a deal we sign right now, though. Romanov, I'd like to get him locked up because I do like Romanov. Maybe like a 4-year deal at about 4 million makes sense. We'll look at that later. Duke, yeah, and a bunch of players that don't really matter. So yeah, I think our biggest need is a player who is a sniper. So let's go take a look. Again, Gensel would be a great option, but if you look at his stats, he was playing with Carolina the entire year. He only put up 64 points, so that's and only 24 goals as a sniper. When you look at Tarasenko, who's cheaper, put up 33 goals with the Florida Panthers, who won the cup, but still. JVR is another sniper we could look at. 86 overall, he put up just under 30 goals with Boston. Who was the other one I was looking at? It was Jake DeBrusk. Where is he? He was a higher overall. He was asking for not very much money, so he's like kind of our backup option, I think. Maybe we sign him anyways. Yeah, Jake DeBrusk. He put up 14 goals, so not great, but maybe he could pop off in a bigger role. Yeah, I keep coming back to Tarasenko, though, so let's sign him on. I'm thinking as a 32-year-old, probably a 2 or 3-year deal probably makes the most sense. It's cheapest at 3 years, so 4.9. Maybe we go 3 years at 5.25. That's quite a bit over his asking price. Let's go 5 years at 5.45. If we don't get him at that price, then we're probably better off with the younger player anyways, or a cheaper player, sorry. And for defensemen, we're looking for probably a right defenseman. Dante Fabro, he's a free agent, or a restricted free agent, sorry. We're looking for players on a bargain here. Maybe a Kevin Shattenkirk? Probably someone under 3 million. Robertson, Kulikov. Yanni Hakanpää is not a bad option at 1.85. He had 7 points, though. I'm not seeing anything I like. Hakanpää is probably the best deal I've seen so far. But I think we have to go for like John Klingberg. I like John Klingberg, actually. Maybe on a 1-year deal. He only wants 2.85 in a 1 year, so we could afford him at... No one else seems to be wanting him right now, so let's give him 2.9. See if he resigns or signs for that value. Okay, so there's the big ones we want to give out. Let's look at prospects really quick. Any players with potential that might have dropped. Aikinen. Gabe Perreault dropped again. Man, why does that keep happening? Oh wait, he has his rights. What the heck? I'm not sure what's happening there. Dylan Holloway is a restricted free agent. We could offer sheet him, maybe. Nate Smith. Yeah, no one overly stands out. Maybe Hutton in here. Yeah, let's give Hutton in the deal. 3 years at 900K. Welcome to the team. Top 4D potential. Scott Pernovich makes a lot of sense. He's got top 4D. He's only 25 years old, so he could grow. Let's just throw 1.1 million at him. If he accepts, great. If he doesn't, whatever. And we do really need a goalie prospect in the system. Mads Sogard didn't get qualified for some reason. Maybe he could be an elite AHL starter. But honestly, that's kind of unrealistic. Let's just go for Korahonen here, probably. 3-year deal at 850. Sign him on. See if he ever becomes something. And yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let's go see. I'm gonna go sign some scouts. I'm gonna go look at the coaching market, and then we will see what happens. And for a coach, we're gonna sign on this guy Ray Bork. Probably not the Ray Bork you're thinking of. A+ on the power play. We really struggled. A on teaching is nice, and his team fit 58 isn't horrible. He doesn't have a great fit with guys like Wallstrom, Holmstrom, but overall, I really like the good fit with Dobson. Still waiting on Celebrini. If he doesn't have a good fit with Celebrini, I don't think we can keep him. But he's always nice to have in the system, so let's just max out his deal and get him on board. Alright, so I've got all of that out there, all offers out. Let's start sending a few days. Trade offer, no thanks. Another day. Benda comes on. And Ray Bork signs on, so we'll see how his fit is with everyone. Boston Bruins, no thank you. Should be one more day. By the way, we did sign on Carey Price. Montreal decided not to sign him, so he's going to be our U.S. West scout, which is nice. Korhonen signs on and Hudson, which is nice. And now here's the big day, I believe. Pernovich, okay. John Klingberg doesn't sign on. Oh, that's unfortunate, but as long as Tarasenko... There, no, I thought I saw New York. Oh my goodness, we should have offered them more money. Ah, that's terrible. Man, that's really bad. Okay, so we didn't get the player we wanted. We might have to pursue a trade here. Kane. Oh, imagine we go Patrick Kane. We have the money. He'd want a short-term deal. He's been more of a playmaker in the past because of his insane puck skills. Do we give a run a Patrick Kane? Let's do it. Screw it. 1 year, 8.5. Let's give him 8 because it doesn't look like anyone wants to sign him right now. Let's try that out. He has a ton of X factors, so our chemistry should be good with him too. Let's also sign a defenseman because unfortunately Klingberg didn't sign on. Anyone cheap, Scandella's okay. Let's sign on Goligoski for 1 year at 1.65. He'll probably take that. Now let's take a look. Advance another day. Another day. Trade offer, no thank you. And this should be the day. Goligoski, nice. Welcome to the team. And here it is. Does Patrick Kane sign on? Yes, he does. Patrick Kane, welcome to Long Island. He's played on both New York teams. He put up 83 points in 83 games last year. That's excellent news. Okay, so we're a little tight to the cap floor, a little less than $2 million. If we do need to make a change, it is there for us. Let's count up the players now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our top 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Celebrating probably leads in the top 6. So, yeah, we have our depth forwards. I think we're looking okay on forward. Defense, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we can sign a 7th defenseman later. I think maybe Salo or something could also fill in. We've got our 2 goalies. By the way, Sorokin has a deal at 6.46, 8 more years. I think we cut that down a bit. But that's great, honestly. That's a great deal for an elite starting goalie. Alright, now let's sim into next season to see what the lines may be looking like at the start. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We just finished our first offseason as general manager of the New York Islanders. Moving into the 2024-25 season, let's check out our lines. This is what the computer has given us, and now I'm going to change it in what I think the lines will look like. Alright, so I haven't changed much, but this is how I think the lineup may look. Horvat, Barzell, and Patrick Kane on the top line. Barzell finally gets a sniper in Kane. Hopefully they can all feed off of each other and they can all have better years than last year. Second line, I'm thinking Celebrating probably starts on the second line. He's got okay stats. As a 79 overall, he might not be ready for that role just yet, but we'll see in the preseason. He's going to be playing with Peugeot, who's up to 86, and Brock Nelson. Third line, I'm probably thinking Lee, Sezikis, and Palmieri getting the +1. And then fourth line, Wallstrom to 4, who had a good year in the AHL. He grew 4 points, and he didn't have a great year for points, but he did grow. And then Sun Holmstrom, as we know. I would like to get Wallstrom some more minutes because he did grow to an 81, so I think he does have some potential, some untapped potential there. But he doesn't get the +1 on the third line, and I just don't think it really makes sense to have him above any of these guys. Maybe Sezikis, but I don't know. On defense, we're going Pellick Dobson. They get the +3, which is great. This coach loves Dobson, which is awesome. So hopefully Dobson can have a great year. Romanov and Pollock, we're looking for some more growth from Romanov. He grew 1. He's up to 83 overall. And then Bolduc, making in his rookie season, playing with veteran 39-year-old Alex Goligoski. Does have a -1, so we'll see how that works. Goalies, you already know, it's Sorokin and Varlamov. We're looking for a bounce back from Sorokin. Scratches Gauthier and Salo. For the power play this year, power play was so bad last year, so we're going to do the opposite. We're going to stack the first line. Barzell, Horvat, Nelson, Dobson, and Patrick Kane getting the +5 there. On the second power play, we have Peugeot, Celebrini, Palmieri, Pollock as the defenseman, and then Oliver Wallstrom. He's on the fourth line, so I figured I'd give him some second power play to boost his numbers a little bit, give him some ice time. Penalty kills pretty boring. Sezikis, Peugeot, Horvat, Nelson, and Barzell, Palmieri. So pretty boring. Yes, that is how the lines are looking going into the season. If you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments. And one quick thing to check before the start of the season. Our captains, Anders Lee, Peugeot, and Nelson, the assistants. They're our longest tenured players, I believe, so I'm not going to change that. And the very last thing we'll look at is the progress report. So who grew the most? Peugeot grew 22 points. He's up to an 86 overall. Dobson's up to a 91, which is lovely. Palmieri actually grew an overall, which is cool. Lee went down 1. Wallstrom grew 2. Kane, I don't know what he was at the start of the season, but he had some statistical growth. Sorokin went down 1. Hopefully he can rebound next season. Romanov grew an overall. Horvat had a bad season, so he lost some statistical growth. And then everyone else stayed put. In the system, Fashion fell off. He had a tough season, so hopefully he can rebound this year in the AHL. And then we do have some prospects we'll be looking for growth from. Salayev will be playing in Russia yet again. Hopefully he can put up some numbers. Dawson Connor playing in the United States. Tulipov playing in Russia as well. Actually playing in Ukraine. Interesting. Then Zether, Brindamore, and some other prospects we have to look forward to. So this team was in a really tough spot last year. Lou Lamoriello's last year as general manager. We were the head of scouting, and now we took over at the draft. Had a great draft. Got a lot of late gems that hopefully will work out. Had a good free agency, signing Kane and Goligoski. And now we are looking really good heading into this season. I hope we make the playoffs. That's the goal. We might be adding halfway throughout the season, maybe making a deadline move or two. But yeah, that is our first episode of the New York Islanders franchise mode. If you enjoy, please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I'll be posting a mock draft just before the draft on my opinions on all the top prospects. Celebrating will not be going to the Islanders in real life, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you in the next one in the regular season 2025.